In order to subtract two terms that both contain radicals, we need to make sure that both radicals are the same type and have the same radicand. In this question, we have the same type of radical, we have a square root, but we don't have the same radicand, we have 8 and 18. Now because 8 and 18 are not prime numbers, we can factor them out within their roots and see if perhaps we can simplify the square roots and then end up with two terms that have the same root and radicand. The square root of 8 can be factored into the square root of 2 times 2 times 2, breaking it down to its prime factors. By the same token, the square root of 18 can be factored into the square root of 2 times 3 times 3, breaking it down into prime factors. Now because we have a square root, if we have a pair of terms under that root, we can collapse them, as in this case we have a pair of 2's, bring them outside the radical, and then leave inside the radical any term that did not have a pair to match and bring it outside. So we'll end up with 5 times 2, the square root of 2. By the same token, we can take the pair of 3's from underneath our other radical, bring them outside the root, and then take the 2 that's left over and leave it inside the root, giving us 2 times 3 times the square root of 2. And if we perform that multiplication, we'll end up with 10 times the square root of 2 minus 6 times the square root of 2, and we now have matching roots and radicands. So we can subtract by simply subtracting the coefficients, 10 minus 6 times the square root of 2, which will give us 4 times the square root of 2, which will be our final answer.